Illustrious. Kyle Kepi.
Illustrious.
Illustrious.
Wow. I've never been called illustrious before, but, it's the first time for everything.
So we've got a doozy for round 1. Zach West on Bant Eldrazi. This is kind of his pet deck. Against Patrick's Grixis Death Shadow, which I believe we saw last week.
The old pet deck that was one of the best decks 6 months ago?
Yeah, it's still randomly decent.
It's still really good.
It still has really good matchups. We'll leave it at that.
Okay. I don't know.
Do you think this is one of its good matchups?
I don't know. I've never even seen this matchup before, but I'm a big fan of Zach in general playing and whatnot, so had high hopes for it.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I think this matchup is one of the reasons that it's kind of fallen off. Because it just gets outsized, which is weird for a Bant Eldrazi deck. But when you top out at Reality Smasher, and they can play their Gurmag Anglers on turn 2 or whatever.
Okay, so a lot of the reason the deck fell to the wayside is just Eldrazi-tron goes bigger than it.
Oh yeah.
And I guess Eldrazi-tron against Grixis is going to try to just ballista them out of the game at some point.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't really have that option here.
You don't have that, yeah. All right.
Yes, sir, Robert. Bant Spaghetti.
Little
spaghetti regretty here.
Spaghetti regretty. A Thought-Knot Seer, Smasher, and a Displacer in the top.
I'll tell you what, when I first saw these Eldrazi-tron lists, I was very confused they weren't playing this card, the Ancient Stirrings. Card seems so good.
Well, yeah, I think that's my kind of problem with the Eldrazi-tron deck. It just
doesn't have the consistency.
It has some bad hands, I feel like.
Yeah.
And
keeping a Reality Smasher.
So I think he's must have lands to cast this. Oh, okay. So we have lands to cast this because a Sky Spawner there, creating a Scion token.
Very good. I wonder if Patrick had the opportunity to kill this Noble Hierarch before this happened.
It's very weird for him to keep a hand without a 1-mana play, so I'm thinking he's just going to Thought Scour it into turn.
It's reasonable, but the fact that he's thinking about it tells me that he might have a removal spell. In which case, he done goofed.
Yeah. I don't know. Everybody says Bolt the Bird or whatnot, but I think that, I don't know if that's actually the play you want to be doing a lot of the time these days.
If you have a Fatal Push and they play a Noble Hierarch, you're probably going to want to Fatal Push the Noble Hierarch because whatever they play with it, you probably won't be able to Fatal Push.
I guess that's fair. I'm just thinking, kind of...
Oh, there's an Ops in the graveyard.
Ooh.
Little spiciness.
Ooh, we should also try to get double Planeswalkers on camera tonight.
Double Planeswalkers?
Like 2 Lilies?
We have 2 Planeswalkers on camera. Zach West and Patrick Aguilar.
I'm done. I'm just going home right now. I am done. Yeah, so... yeah. What I was saying about pushing the Hierarch and stuff like that, a lot of these kind of decks, I know Infect's not around as much, but something like Elves or something like that, I've just had better luck ignoring the mana dorks and just killing the actual spell, the payoffs.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if they have a lot of redundant mana dorks, obviously it's not as good. But whenever I see Hierarch, I know something's up.
You know something's up? All right. Because in Bant Humans or something like that, I'd rather kill the Champion of the Parish or the Thalia's Lieutenant. The card that's actually going to beat me.
Yeah, so you can definitely do that, but if you let the Noble Hierarch live for a turn, then those cards come down quicker and eventually become more numerous. They get to the point where they can cast multiple spells much quicker than before.
I understand the point. I'm just...
Yeah.
There's a logic to it. In actual practice... Anyways, this Fatal Push isn't that... If he had a Fatal Push, it wouldn't be very hot against Bant Eldrazi anyways.
Right.
So you gotta find it.
Spoilers. I saw it.
He had it.
Specialize.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I think he goofed.
I think he goofed too, and I think he realized he goofed at end of turn when he saw this Sky Spawner come down. Well, setting up a turn 2 Gurmag Angler isn't half bad either.
A turn 2 Gurmag Angler that can also... trade with a Reality Smasher.
Yeah. I mean, that's probably what's going to happen here, and that's okay.
I think we'll see a trade with a Reality Smasher, push a Sky Spawner, probably.
Yeah.
That doesn't seem hot as a turn, but we're doing it. And so, like, the Exalted trigger of the Hierarch, so he could be swinging in with a 6/6 Smasher, but I just don't think that's even that great.
Right.
Because the Sky Spawner will deal 2 damage anyways. Ooh, okay.
Oh. So here's the Smasher.
Now here comes the 6. Okay.
So now we'll just take the 6. No point in chumping this.
Yeah, this ain't good.
But another tenet of fatal pushing that Hierarch.
Yeah. Because having the Path mana, having the Reality Smasher. Oh, man. And just like actually, he wouldn't have been able to cast his Sky Spawner so early, which really gave him a lot of mana.
Yeah.
Not killing the Hierarch kind of ramped him up 2 there.
Yeah. I think we can.
That is a sick turn 3.
Yeah. Attempt to kill your guy, play Reality Smasher, swing. Just the casual 6 mana on turn 3. No big deal. And Patrick left with a handful of cards that he may not get to cast this game. Inquisition. Oh, wow.
So Eternal Witness would have been presumably grabbing that Path, and we would have tried for another attempt to get that Angler out of the way.
This is an awkward situation for Patrick where being at 6 means he's just 2 swings of the Sky Spawner.
Yeah.
If he doesn't attack with the Reality Smasher, and I don't see any reason for him to attack with the Reality Smasher at this point. I mean, I guess he's got to chump, but pass turn.
I don't know what we're shocking for there.
So I think he's going to Fatal Push pre-combat, and then he wants to keep up Stubborn Denial still.
What are we? Okay, you're going to push. Okay, we could push the Hierarch. That's fine, I guess. But then he just swings with a 5/5 and a 2/1, and you just can't win. Or we just push with a 3/2. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, this...
Interesting. I don't know what Patrick's trying to do here.
Yeah,
And here's some birds. So even if we kill this Sky Spawner, we're going to die to birds next turn.
Man. This Noble Hierarch.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's doing so much work this game.
This is Bant Eldrazi deck, just like literally not even giving Patrick a chance to outsize it.
Yeah. I mean, when you get a turn 3 Reality Smasher, your turn 2 Gurmag Angler is much less impressive, and wasting all that mana. Why are we not just playing out a Snapcaster?
You have to play that Snapcaster there.
You have to do something.
Because you don't have any spells in your graveyard to really even take advantage of the Snapcaster with.
And I mean, even if you did, when are you going to do it?
Yeah. You're dead next turn. So even last turn, you have to be pushing the Hierarch.
Yeah, last turn you should have pushed the Hierarch. It doesn't feel great because you're still going to take 2 and it's the same clock, but then if you draw an answer for the Sky Spawner, you're at least still in the game.
Yeah. I think just not losing to the birds is really the kind of crucial part here. Yeah. Patrick admitting the fact that...
Well, there you have it. Game 1 in the books. Zach takes it down off of some questionable Grixis Death Shadow play.
It is what it was. Like, Patrick was kind of bound up in mana there for a while. I don't know. This was just a quick game.
I mean,
that was turn 4.
Yeah, that was turn 4. He had a land every turn. Couldn't have asked for better mana fixing. He just played a little bit awkwardly, and sometimes that's all it takes to lose a game of Modern.
Yeah, there's not much forgiveness there.
No.
So, Bant Eldrazi sideboarding?
Bant Eldrazi sideboarding here. I gotta imagine there's like some Rest in Peace action.
Oh yeah, Rest in Peace would be pretty great. And then Death Shadow is probably bringing in... I don't even know.
They streamlined their removal, I think.
So they don't have like Terminates on the board, do they?
No, they usually have like 2 Terminates in the main.
Yeah, exactly.
If he has Kolaghan's Command out of the board, that could be decent. because you'll end up grinding a lot.
That's true. I guess Kolaghan's commanding your Snapcasters, but I generally don't like Kolaghan's command in the matchup from a Jund deck.
So the reason you want it here with the Grixis Death Shadow is because you have like these big creatures that will often just trade off.
Okay. Yeah.
And so when you get those back, that's a big deal. Plus, the 2 damage is relevant because it can kill, as we saw there, sky spawners, birds.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So actually, the fact that you can be bringing back Death Shadows or Anglers and trading with their 5/5s.
Right.
Yeah.
But I think, let's see, what would I take out here? Maybe some number of discard. It feels bad though.
So
it's very awkward. Like Inquisition is very awkward because sometimes you definitely want it, and sometimes it's just like, all right, well, I don't get to take any of your cards because you just have a handful of Eldrazi.
Yeah. I think on the play.
On the play, I want Inquisition.
On the play. I might just have like really like awkward thought on discard. I kind of on the play I'd want to be more aggressive and not even worry about the discard. Just try to push on them, but maybe the Grixis Death Shadow can't.
I think it can. So admittedly, that hand from
was a turn
Zach
2 angler, which was
very good. Hand
oh, Zach's like yeah.
Normally, I think your biggest concern there would be a turn 2 Thought Knot Seer, which you just don't care about if you have the turn 2 angler.
Yeah,
you care, but you don't really care. That's something that you can set up a fatal push on, and that's fine.
Yeah.
But the turn 2 Reality Smasher and removal for your guy was
Zach's hand was insane, and it like really like his hand was good, but also Patrick didn't interact with him
right
in any way, and so like sure the hand's always going to look great when you don't get interacted with, but I'm just thinking the discard Patrick doesn't want the discard on the play. He wants to just kind of push where on the draw your turn behind it can kind of get you some tempo, kind of break up some of their tempo. Break up some of their kind of fluidity.
Definitely. So in my experience playing like various green-black decks against Bant Eldrazi, sometimes a discard spell early in the game can take like a Noble Hierarch or an Ancient Stirrings and just totally destroys their hand.
Yeah. So taking Ancient Stirrings is big game.
Yeah. But sometimes it's just terrible. You're like, all right, take your redundant Reality Smasher, I guess.
Yeah, redundant Reality Smashers, maybe taking a Drowner before it can really do anything.
Sure.
But there's also a logic to the fact that for a green-black deck, maybe Grixis Death Shadow isn't going to be trying to do this, but some of these games against Bant Eldrazi, you just trade resources back and forth, and so discard can kind of just get held up in your hand, and similar to a green-black mirror, where you just want to board out all the discard.
Yeah, I can see
and I don't know if that's a convincing thing. I never tested it, but there's a lot. There might be some truth to that.
There's also something to be said for Patrick needing the Thoughtseizes to regulate his own life total.
Yeah, in a way that like keeping Thoughtseize in seems great because you can grab the Stirrings, but you can also grab the kind of displacers Drowner.
Right.
Because Drowner was the big beating. When I played Jund Shadow, I couldn't beat Bant Eldrazi because of because of just Drowner.
Okay, yeah, that seems very reasonable.
Drowner just being like such a hassle for your Death Shadows.
You only need to tap down their team once.
Oh yeah,
and they've already dealt themselves so much damage that they're just dead.
This might be a really good matchup for Zach, actually.
Could be.
Ooh, are those Ice Age Painlands? Is that what set that was?
There were Iceland, or was it Ice Age Painlands?
The Darkar Wastes and stuff?
Yeah.
God, those are ugly.
They are, except for the Sulphurous Springs. That little devil dude getting down is...
Oh, man, bring us up the Sulphurous Springs with the devil dude chilling. Like, that is some A+.
Yeah, that is some classic Magic art right there.
Like, is the Sulphurous Springs, like, actually sulphurous, or is his belly just giving him some trouble?
I think it's actually sulphurous. I think it's a little column A, little column B type situation.
You know. All right.
Here we go.
Sulphurous Springs. That beautiful Ice Age border.
Yeah.
With that little devil dude, just like...
He's just chilling.
You know?
Yeah, he's getting it.
Rotten eggs and all, man. He don't care.
Yeah, no, he's a devil.
He's the devil.
So we have another turn 3 Sky Spawner after a turn 1, or turn 2 Sky Spawner, sorry, after a turn 1 Noble Hierarch.
So
I think Patrick has a Kozilek's Return in hand.
Ooh. Okay. I was going to say, like...
but no third land.
I'm like, why are we letting ourselves get punished in the same way? Because we had a Kozilek's Return and... Ooh.
Man, what is he?
This is just...
He hasn't even cast any spells.
Zach at this point just... I'm not seeing him, yeah, and you're GG's.
Well, so you have... I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. A double Fatal Push?
Man. Because he was going to take that always.
Yeah.
He was going to take that always. So...
But then you get to keep information from him with what you draw off of your Terminate.
Yeah.
This feels really bad. It feels like Patrick tried to get really cute with his Kozilek's Return.
He possibly got greedy. But so I think that logic there, you just keep the Terminate in hand, let him know your Thought-Knot Seer's dead, but if you really want to protect your Thought-Knot Seer, I'll take this Kozilek's Return and get you.
Right.
And so do you want the 4/4, or do you want a 1/1, a 2/1, a 0/1, and I don't know. He's always going to take that Kozilek's Return when you have 2 Fatal Pushes in hand.
Right.
Just save you information.
What is he doing for 3 mana here?
I think we are pushing and casting a Snapcaster. And that's honestly not awful.
Why are we doing this on our turn, then, is my question.
I don't know, man. We just got to be casting spells.
I mean, if we're going to push the Hierarch, fine.
Well, I think we have to push a Sky Spawner. Oh, we're going to double push.
Honestly, a bit confused right now. So, I understand the double push, and that's fine.
So I think there you just actually push the Hierarch and pass.
Right.
Save the fetch. Yeah, see what he does. Because now he's going to land... Displacer also seems like a beating.
Displacer is potentially very good. I think it doesn't have like an immediate impact, so any removal spell kind of just wrecks it.
Zach just grabbing the Sky Spawner because Patrick is struggling against him.
Yeah.
And I saw Thragtusk in that top 5.
Oh, jeez. Zach going to 15. I'm assuming to cast this Sky Spawner.
Yeah, sure. It doesn't really matter what he casts at this point.
So we know Patrick has Snap, Fatal Push at his disposal.
Mm-hmm. He has Snap, Fatal Push in the Fatal Push in the yard. He's got a land in hand.
Draws another land.
His turn sequence might just be like flashing a Snapcaster, target his push, block and trade with the Scion in order to get the Revolt.
I mean, if that's all you can do. But Zach's got enough mana to throw down Reality Smasher next turn.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if he has one.
I don't think he does. I haven't seen it. I've seen a Displacer in his hand.
Yeah, this is not the type of game that Grixis Death Shadow wants to be playing.
Yeah, this is really... I didn't quite expect this from the matchup, but perhaps this is just what it is.
It could be. It seems a little weird. Like, you don't typically see the Grixis Death Shadow deck being put under so much pressure from a 3-drop, 2-power flyer.
Yeah.
But here we are.
Here we are. We're doing it. It's doing it.
It's happened.
The sky is getting spawned.
There's no way playing that on tap is right call.
What are we shocking for?
No world in which that's right.
That can't be correct.
I mean, maybe if he's afraid of... No,
he would... He's gonna double
like Reality Smasher, like
double Reality Smasher doesn't even trade with the Reality Smasher. You still lose. You lose to the trample.
Yeah.
So he essentially gave the Time Walk to Zach. Yeah, you got it. Snapcaster Mage away.
He can just sack the spawn before damage too.
Oh shit! Yeah, that would be a beating and a half if you're expecting your Fatal Push to get triggered.
Oh. Okay.
So there's a Terminate in the yard. Okay. That feels better.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
And you just trade with this, like
you just don't. You have to block. Yeah. You're not going to turn the corner with the Snapcaster. You're not going to win the race.
Taking 2, going down to 4.
So we're dead to Smashers.
Yeah, we're just dead to Smasher. Dead to another Sky Spawner.
If he plays out this Displacer, that might create some shenanigans with awkwardness where you're trying to Displacer the Snapcaster.
So you can't, because then you can just it turns on the Fatal Push.
Yeah, exactly. But actually, Zach doesn't even need the displacing. He's actually just playing 2 like 3/3s. It's actually just beat my Hill Giants here.
Tasigur here is pretty decent.
I don't know if he has the graveyard to cast it.
That's true. All right, so we need an answer to this Displacer. It's going to be... So he can bring in another Snap, target a Fatal Push, and then go to, like, block, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, it's not a great position.
This is a weird one.
But... I don't think you have time to cast this Tasigur.
Yeah, this Tasigur just gets blinked.
Like
he just does nothing.
If you can double block an Eldrazi Displacer, or like set up a position where you can kill both Displacers this turn.
Yeah.
Which you can, because you have 2 pushes in your yard still, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think you just have to play that land tapped.
Yeah, don't shock yourself.
Don't shock yourself.
Although we didn't see the Terminator before, so that's why he shocked himself, and that's okay. Not great, okay.
Don't main phase the Snapcaster.
Don't main phase the Snapcaster. Don't main phase the Tasigur. Just land go.
Land go.
Okay, so
not here.
At Cracker wants to know where Taylor is tonight. At Cracker, I don't care what you want to know. How about that? How about that?
I'm here doing commentary, so
yeah, we've got Kyle.
What's wrong with that?
We've got the illustrious Kyle Kepi.
Illustrious.
With his soothing voice and soothing mustache.
Oh, you do not even realize how soothing this mustache can be. Don't do it shocked. No. Why are we shocking? Why are we doing?
What is happening? What's the point?
Because now he's just going to exile his Fatal Pushes. Oh, he really did have to exile. He left one. It's going to get blinked. Patrick, it's going to get blinked. Why?
Nothing makes sense anymore. So I guess this is setting up...
Oh, there's a Reality Smasher in his hand, right?
I don't know. I hope so.
I hope so. I want punishment.
I demand punishment. There it is.
Biohazard cues in the background. Punishment. Just get some.
Well, this is good for Patrick.
How is this good for Patrick?
It's not.
Well, the round's over. You know, he can, like...
So you can...
I don't think he wins this once Zach has the Reality Smasher.
True.
But I don't think this was the route to take if he just has the Displacers. Zach's like, you got it, buddy.
So you could, before blocks now, remove the Tasigur, and I think he's just dead.
Yeah.
But I don't even think you need
You don't even need to, honestly. That 1 damage is... Block because you have to.
And block.
See if he sees the line. Oh!
There it is.
Yeah. Blinking the Tasker pulls him out of combat, and the trample damage goes through.
Just trample him all over.
Wow. Zach, so smart. So
smart.
Handsome.
So that's what happens when you get a handsome gentleman with a handsome deck, and the two become one.
The synthesis of handsomeness.
Yeah. It's really like a positive feedback loop of handsome.
Smart, handsome, thin. Had it all.
Exactly.
Jeez.
So we'll be back here in about 20 minutes for round 2. Try to find you another handsome deck to throw up there.
All right. See you soon, folks.